Mr. Top Flight Films, Red Light Car Chronicles. We here for another one, man. Hope everybody is good. Hope everybody is warm and safe. Peace and love. Don't push and shove. You dig? Today we're going to touch on the liberals, Democrats, anti-ICE, whatever you want to call these people. Pro Joe Biden, pro Kamala Harris. We're going to talk about these people that have been online publicly shaming seemingly, I say seemingly because they kind of assume, right? They are online bashing and shaming an LGBTQ ICE agent. Now, this is very interesting, and we got to chop it up. We got to chop it up, man. Anybody feel free, leave a comment. If you witnessed this, if you peeped this, see, a lot of people, they third eye is not open. And I noticed this. At times like this, I notice a lot of people's third eye is just not open. A lot of people are asleep. There's a lot of sheep out here, man. Pardon me. I woke up this morning, and you know how you wake up and you grab your phone and you scroll. The first thing I saw was a black ICE agent. And I did a video on black ICE agents a while back. But I saw a black ICE agent. And the headline said something like, hey, check out this gay ICE agent. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting, right? Because the Democrats and the liberals, right? They're pro LGBTQ. They're pro choice and pro life or whatever the case is, but they are against the shaming of anybody that is of that persuasion. Okay. So I said, before I go in these comments, I got to take a minute because I know I'm not about to witness what I think I'm about to witness. I know that these Democrats, right, that are pro LGBTQ with rainbow flags everywhere, I know they not about to shame this brother. I know they're not about to shame this brother in the comments. So I go in the comments, and it was nasty work, man. It was nasty work. It was Democrats, liberals, whatever you want to call these people, the people that are supposed to be for people who live alternative lifestyles. They were in there joking this black ICE agent. And it infuriated me because it just confirms the hypocrisy of these people. Now, if this brother was gay and popping ass in the street for the Democrats, they would love that man. If this brother was LGBTQ at a Black Lives Matter rally with a goddamn thong on, they would love that man. But this brother, who they didn't even confirm whether he was LGBTQ or not, he's out making an honest living as an ICE agent. And these people decide to put his picture up and publicly shame that man about his sexual orientation and him being an ICE agent. Now, when I saw those comments, I was looking very closely, as I normally do. I want to see who are these people. It was a lot of black folks, right? And it was a lot of white folks. It was a lot of Mexicans. It was a lot of everybody. I was really disappointed in the black folks. Y'all are so sleep out there. Everybody's so sleep out there that y'all don't see these plays that are going on. Y'all don't see the hypocrisy and the contradictions that go on a day-to-day basis, right? Because what I thought was these liberals, these people that run around with a rainbow flag, I thought they accepted people in that community. But since this brother is an ICE agent, right? They didn't say he was a dirty ICE agent. They didn't say he did anything wrong as an ICE agent, but he's simply an ICE agent, and now y'all want to bash his sexuality. It's nasty work, man. It's nasty work. And in fact, somebody actually, because I commented on the post, and I let it be known, I'm like, look here, man, y'all are showing your hypocrisy. And somebody that I know got offended, okay, and they had some choice words for me. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, because I had choice words back for them. But I just want to show y'all, I wanted to drop that off. I want to just show y'all what's going on out here. I want to show you that these Democrats love you only when you are siding with them. Once you step away and start to think for yourself, once you step away and form your own opinion, you can still be a Democrat. But once you form your own opinion, and I want to say this specifically as a black man, once you step away from the Democratic Party, they will oust you. They will attack you. They will get personal with you. You understand? So I want everybody to understand that shit. As we go back and forth, another day of protests, another day of controversy surrounding this whole ICE Minnesota shenanigans. Now people are protesting in D.C. I saw clips of people out in D.C. Everybody had these signs, right? Hold up, we got some people in here. Lori Dent says both parties are at fault. I agree. Listen, sweetheart. Welcome to my page, okay? Because on this page, we hold each party accountable. You understand? Now, I hold each side accountable, but don't tell me what I just said is not true. It's very true. And I just gave you an example. See, one thing about this is, right, when I talk to people, and I'm going to use my girls as an example. We'll have arguments, right? And then she'll say something's not true, right? And then I'll be like, look, I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to present the evidence. I'll present the evidence, and she'll be like, no, that's not true. So I just presented the evidence. Once I present evidence, you can no longer say that's not true. What you can do is present your evidence, okay? So, yeah, man. Salty Dog says, when a black man wakes up, Democrats will try to put you to sleep. And that's exactly what's going on right now, man. They want black Americans to fight ICE so bad. Let me tell y'all something. When I saw ICE was paying that $50,000 sign-on bonus, I wanted in. I thought about joining ICE. And the thing is, I didn't think about joining ICE because I wanted to take families away from people. I didn't want to separate families. It wasn't a sinister thing that I wanted to join ICE, so I thought about joining ICE. It was a security thing. I'm like, okay, I can secure a $50,000 bag, and I can make $100,000 a year. Come to find out, there's more stipulations to it than that. But I thought about it. After I thought about maybe I'm going to be in a position where I got to separate a child from their mother, I quickly said, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't believe I'm capable of doing that. You understand? So, the brother that I'm talking about in the video, he's a young brother, okay? Why can't that man go make money? Why can't that man be an ICE agent? Why does he have to be publicly shamed, right? Because he possibly may be LGBTQ. Why should he be publicly shamed? He's not out there robbing, selling drugs, doing nothing bad to nobody. He is an officer of the law. Just because you don't like the fact that people are getting sent home that aren't supposed to be here, that doesn't mean you should go shame that man. You dig? Okay. Let me see what this comment says. We got some trolls in the building. It's okay. But it's continuing to transpire. We see what's going on out here. We see they are still trying to get us to join this fight. They still want us to risk our neck, our life, our sacrifices. Now they have Ariana Grande. See, today, what's today? Today is the 31st, right? Today's the 31st, if I'm not mistaken, or the 30th. They wanted us to do a blackout. Like today was supposed to be a blackout. I'm sitting in front of Starbucks. I'm by a shopping center. There's nothing blacked out. Who boycotted today? Did anybody boycott today? Renee is Love said, yeah, but technically they're all not being sent home, only black and brown ones. But listen, I don't give a damn who's going home. You understand? If you came over here illegal, right, you should expect to go to goddamn jail. You should expect to be deported. If I do a crime, I should expect to go to jail, right? I'm missing. What am I missing about this whole ICE thing? This whole deportation thing? You understand? We know that we live in a racist society. Newsflash. Why is everybody acting like they're gonna be quick to send white immigrants home? No shit. You dig? Ray said ICE is a necessity, but their tactics are shameful and pathetic. Shout out to you, Ray. Let me say this, Ray. From what I've seen, right, I have seen some bad ICE agents online. I have also seen regular ICE agents trying to explain to people and trying to be rational with people. So the thing about the optics, the thing about the media, right? The media is going to show you what they want you to see. It's really hard to really understand what's going on unless you're really boots on the ground. See, I don't know what ICE is doing in its totality because I don't have boots on the ground. I'm not in contact with ICE agents. So I understand what you're saying, Ray. My take is, I don't know what ICE is doing, okay? Now, we do know we saw those two incidents where those people were unjustly unalived. They should be living right now, from my opinion. But at the end of the day, we have seen a lot of lunatics out in the street. A lot of these people that are marching, so-called protesting, they acting like lunatics, bro. Like, did y'all see the lady that tried to pick up the flash grenade and got her fingers blown off and was running and yelling on the ground? Like, you idiot. Like, you got to be crazy to pick up a flash grenade. You dig? Renee is Love says, well, the colonizers have done a crime and they haven't been sent to prison yet. Of course. Well, guess what? We already know, right? We understand that we live in a white supremacist nation. We know that, okay? At what point do we have to hold the Democrat Party accountable? They are responsible for this shit, in my opinion. You understand? Ray said everyone wants to hang on to technicalities. They don't want you to call them illegal now. They call them undocumented. But either way, they are not here legally, and I think those people need to go. Salty Dog said we all benefited from the colonizers. Let me say this. We hear that argument a lot, right? But you never hear the other side of that. The colonizers benefited from foundational Black Americans. And we don't really have to get into that. I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole tonight. But at the end of the day, man, I blame the Democrats for everything that's going on. They played silly games during the election. They brought out Meg Thee Stallion. They brought out Beyonce. They brought out Glorilla. They was on stage popping ass instead of listening to the people. Okay? And they lost the election. Everybody's mad at Trump, right? Everybody's angry at Trump. And I keep seeing people saying, well, Kamala told us, she told us this was going to happen. This is what Kamala and them did, right? Kamala and them said, listen, we're going to put these weird ass agendas on the table. If you don't like these weird ass agendas, you're gonna be stuck with Donald Trump. Okay? This is what she said. She said, listen, we're gonna put this weird shit on the table for y'all. No, 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 no. We're not gonna listen to the people. We're not gonna acquiesce to their demands. Okay? She tried to fake and act like she was gonna do something for black people, but she tried to pull a fast one, and we caught on to that. But she basically said, here, I'm gonna give y'all these weird agendas. If you don't like it, guess what? Project 2025. Okay? Sonic Boom TV, what up, brother? Did I speak on Nicki? No, not really. As y'all know, Nicki Minaj, I think I did talk about her. She got her gold card, okay? Nicki Minaj is now a legal American citizen. Now, I want to say this, it's no surprise. I figured the reason why she was stepping up is because she wanted to be a citizen. She was here illegally. And she used her celebrity and she used her star status to achieve that gold card. She wanted one of those gold cards. You dig? And Sonic Boom TV, when I talked about Deontay Kyle, I also had to bring up Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj is a prime example of why we have to delineate. You understand? So that was a real contradiction when it comes to these people that are pushing a Pan-African agenda. You're not saying to harm anybody, but as you see, Nicki Minaj turned on her fan base in the worst way. You know what I'm saying? Faison Sampson said her brother isn't coming home. She didn't say what. Jim Jump says, but neither side is fit to toss slop into a pig pen. All of these people are demons from the pits of hell. Jim Jump, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Pierre Taj says, you looks like you don't have $100 in your pocket. I don't, Pierre. I don't have $100 in my pocket, sir. I don't. You guessed it, brother. Ray said, salty dog, is it really extreme circumstances out here? I don't think the circumstances are extreme enough to do things the way they are doing it. Faison Sampson says her husband is a petty. Yeah, we know that. I don't think she's concerned with her brother. I don't think she's concerned with her husband. I think she wanted that gold card. She heard people were getting rounded up. She was on the hot seat from her husband having those charges and her brother having those charges. And she said, listen, I got to get some security. I got to secure this citizenship. You dig? And she's going all the way with it, y'all. Listen, she's going past Kanye. She is about to perform her song at Charlie Kirk's event. There's a Charlie Kirk event coming up. She's supposed to perform her song. I think it's like a tribute to Charlie Kirk or a tribute to Trump. I don't know. Some weird shit. She's going all the way with it. Now, Kanye is backtracking, y'all. Do y'all remember when Kanye was running with Nick Fuentes? Kanye was running with Candace Owens. Listen, we got to talk about Kanye real quick. Oh, did she give Trump $300K? I believe it. Yeah, hey, listen, Faison, you can't knock the hustle. That was a power move, but it was nasty. Let's just be real. That was nasty work, bro. When her whole fan base, okay, was totally against Trump. I'm not saying what she did was, I don't care either way. You understand? What I'm pointing out is how quick these people will turn on your ass, how quick these people will sell out, how these people stand for nothing. These people don't stand for anything. You dig? Kanye West, he took out an ad. What was it? The New York Times? Correct me if I'm wrong. Kanye West took out an ad in the New York Times apologizing to black people, apologizing to the small hats. Now, y'all remember Kanye was running around here talking about white lives matter, talking about slavery was a choice. He was gaslighting the black community left and right. Y'all remember that, right? Everybody and their mother was talking about he's a genius. Okay. He knows what he's doing. Y'all remember? Listen, I don't forget nothing because I was online arguing with people about this, especially these younger kids. They were acting like I'm just an old nut and I don't know what I'm talking about. But these youngins was on here talking about Kanye's a genius. He knows what he's doing. This is his master plan. Come to find out, he said the reason why he was doing all those things is because he had a brain injury. So where does that leave the people that were saying that he knows what he was doing? Where does that leave them? You did? Faison Sampson said, stand for something or you fall for anything. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me tell you, man, shit is so crazy out here, man. The tables haven't turned. The table has been flipped, broken, rearranged. The table was there's legs standing up, there's legs going down. The table is, see what happens when they take the focus off of foundational black Americans. Do y'all see what happens when it's not just us getting oppressed? Do you see when everybody starts to get that belt? When everybody starts to get the belt, shit just goes haywire. Like, everything is all over the place right now. You dig? And I love it. I'm not gonna hold you. I love what's going on. I saw a post on Twitter today, on X, and a young lady said, if Kamala Harris would have won, we would be replaced by immigrants, and none of the people that are upset today would have said a word. And that was one of the realest things that I've seen on the internet today, because it's the truth. If Kamala Harris would have won, this whole country will be flooded with immigrants. Foundational black Americans will be at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. None of the people that are in the street would have gave two shits. That's why I don't care nothing about what they got going on. If Kamala Harris would have won, foundational black Americans would be suffering right now. Nobody would have cared. Just like the past 4 years, everybody was silent, right? Faison Sampson said Kanye's bank account is getting really low. That's why he's flipping the script. Listen, man, I ordered something from Kanye's site in November. I still haven't even got a confirmation to tell me when my coat is coming. Kanye is not to be trusted. Kanye is not to be, you shouldn't be following his direction. He really messed his legacy up. And it looks like he's trying to get it back. It looks like Kanye is really trying to get back in the good graces of black Americans and Jewish people. You dig? Into NTZ, what's up? Peace and love to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, Kanye, whatever you do, man, don't order anything from Yeezy, man. After I ordered, I started looking at the comments. Nobody has gotten their merchandise. Nobody has got their merchandise. Some people said they got their merchandise after 8 months. You dig? I ordered a winter coat, and winter is damn near over, man. We got another month and a half before winter's over. Tony Two Tone, what up? My man Tony says we are always at the bottom. We are always, we are at the bottom in the world, including in Africa. That's crazy insane. Man, look, if Kamala would have won, we would be dead in the water, bro. Like, we gotta really see. That's why everything is all over the place. This shit is so confusing. We can't really be 100% mad at Trump. I can't be 100% mad at Trump. Because if Kamala and them was in there, we'd be assed out. Dr. Claude Anderson, see, a lot of these regular black folks that are asleep, they don't have the education or the insight or the knowledge. Dr. Claude Anderson told us 20 years ago, if we don't get reparations, we are done. He also told us that they will be importing millions of Asian immigrants, millions of Latino immigrants. He said when they do that, we are going to be at the bottom of the bottom. He told us 20 years ago they were going to prioritize immigrants over black people when we haven't got our just due yet. See, a lot of black folks are running around here thinking, oh, well, I got a job, I'm good, I got a house, I'm good, we all right. If we had a black president, it ain't no racism. No, America owes foundational black Americans. Whatever that looks like, America still owes. These Democrats, they have been trying to replace us. They don't give a shit about you, black America. When will you understand that? Y'all check out Dr. Claude Anderson, especially if you're a foundational black American. You gotta go listen. I was listening to Dr. Claude Anderson 10 years ago. That's when I first came into contact with Dr. Claude Anderson. And he warned us, y'all. You understand? And these sleep black folks that are out here fighting ICE, right? Trying to get us to get on board, talking about black unemployment. I had an argument with somebody earlier about black unemployment. They try to tell me we need to join this blackout. We need to not go to work. You mean we need to lose money, right? Hold up. They want us to lose money so we can support illegal aliens to come over here and take our tax money. Does that make sense? I'm supposed to go to the front line, right? Go out there, fight for people that'll tell me that word telling us that there is no racism, there is no oppression. You're just lazy. You dig? Like, get real, man. Ariana Grande. I love Ariana Grande. I love her music. I love her voice. I love a couple of songs she got. But Shawty talking about, hey, yes, guys, we need to boycott. No, you are a multi-millionaire. How about you boycott? Okay. Robin Harrington says, name a Republican who's tried to get reparations from black people, brother. Listen, Robin Harrington, see, first and foremost, my brother, and I'm glad you're here, and I thank you for your comment. First and foremost, you never heard me say that Republicans, or we expect Republicans to give us reparations. What I would rather have these racist Republicans in office to tell me no, you're not getting anything. You're not getting reparations. I would rather have that than these fake ass Democrats in office making us feel like we're a part of whole time they're putting a knife in our back. You understand? Nobody is expecting reparations from the Republicans. I don't think there's a soul on earth that think that's feasible or plausible. So y'all always ask the same crazy question because it's a deflection away from your Democratic Party that didn't give reparations. Why are you asking me about Republicans, right? When your people supposed to be 10 toes down for black folks. Y'all supposed to be with us, right? The Democrats is the black people's party, right? We kept them in office for 50 years, or we voted for them for 50 years. They have an obligation to us. The Republicans have no obligation to us. So why would you ask me that dumb shit? Y'all always ask that same dumb question. It's a deflection. But I'm glad you're here, brother. Yeah, I'm not really trying to go into the reparations because that's a conversation that I don't think we should have with everybody. You understand? I'm not saying about I'm not going to argue with nobody no more about why foundational black Americans deserve reparations. I'm just not going to do it. If you're against it, we just know where you stand. That's all. It's no problem. Frank Capella. They want us to get out here in these streets so we can fight for the enemy. Like, what kind of sense does that make? Come on, man. Come on, man. These people have no allegiance to us. And I'm not mad. That's fine. They want to come over here. They want to find housing. They want to live their life. God bless them. A lot of Latinos are beautiful people. I got a lot of respect for them. But let's just be real. They're not concerned with our issues. Why should I be concerned with their issues? They would not go out and march for our demands, so why should I go out and march for their demands? You dig? Let me plug my phone in real quick. I am waiting to start this shoot. I got a video shoot at 9:30, so I'm just killing time, y'all. Y'all know how we do with the Red Light Chronicles, man. You dig? Skyrim 222. Yeah, man. You feel me? Youngin 187 said at least they should pay Black Wall Street. Listen, they need to pay. You know, the last survivor of Tulsa, she just passed away recently. Unfortunately, none of those people got their money. That was a clear-cut case. You know who stopped them from paying that lady? The Democrats. Okay? The Democrats have been out here stopping reparations. Do y'all know that? Wayne Donkey said, I literally marched with MLK back in the day. Sure you did. Sure you did. Frank Capella said, Canada has lost its soul. No one's doing or saying nothing. Listen, man, I'm going to tap back in with y'all. I wanted to drop that off to y'all. We will be back with more content. Y'all know I just come on here to vent, you know what I'm saying, and give my opinions and things of that nature. I appreciate everybody tapping in. I just had coffee. I'm out front of Starbucks. You dig? So I'm turned up. You see how turned up I am tonight. I don't drink or smoke. You give me a coffee or a Celsius, and I get real turned up, man. I get real high energy, you dig? But I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all be safe. I'm about to get to work. Young Bula said, I didn't know that. You're absolutely right. But they are talking about paying Israel. Yeah, they're talking about paying. Not only that, I told you about Greenland. They offered Greenland $50 billion. also have on the table for Greenland $57,000 per citizen. Y'all go do your homework on that. You dig? Hey, big shout out to y'all. Hit the subscribe button.